Are you currently together with your first love?
No.
Okay. Can you describe them?
Describe them? Like, define, describe, like physically or just traits?
Anything you want.
I don't know. They were cool. We got along, which says kind of a lot if you actually talk to me, but but got along well. It's kind of it. So I just and that's, I don't know, having some, I guess, what's the word? I mean, not necessarily vibing with someone, but having like a, I don't know, I like my yin and yang. It's kind of how it felt. Not always, but I don't know, I felt I brought some things and she brought others, and we were able to talk well. And talking and just getting to know someone, by the time you're actually like involved, it's like you've been there all along almost. But all right, it's good. Just smart, I guess. Things I look for personally. I'd like to drop some references. She was well read. But what else?
Okay, if you could say one thing to them right now, what would you say?
One thing
Could be anything.
right now. I don't know. Hope you're doing good. But I didn't have much like heartbreak or anything. I'm not like, fuck you. Still got your, no. But no, it was kind of, it started about as swiftly as it ended. That we're really at first being out in the world and feeling like you're really vibing with someone. It's just like, oh, we're in it. But I don't know, we got too close. I wouldn't say too, I don't think that's a thing, too close. Maybe. But in terms of being and just talking, I don't think you can get that too close. I mean, as long as you have some privacy. But I don't know, kind of just, we didn't even grow apart. Maybe we got together a little too quickly. But yeah, hope it's going well.
Okay. Are you still together with your first love?
Yes.
Okay. Can you describe them for me? Like what they're like?
Yeah, like their personality. Okay. Okay, well, it's Logan, so just getting that so that you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So he's pretty tall, which is like characteristics. And then I just think he's like a super generous person, and like in general, for who he is, he's like a closed off person, and so a lot of people don't see it, and he's just kind of funny. He's a funny person, but then when you get to know him, he still doesn't really show it, but you can just kind of see in how he does things. He definitely is like a very giving person, and he cares a lot about things. So like he has passion for like almost everything, but he doesn't show it. So it's like really cool to like learn that about him.
Nice. What do y'all like together?
Like when we're together, like hanging out, we're just kind of, like you kind of saw it, like we just goof around a lot. Just the word goof, but we just, I don't know, I can't describe it. It's just kind of comforting to be around each other. So we don't do a lot. We just kind of like to be around each other. So
Nice. What do you like about him?
Like, why do I like him? I guess his humor. It's kind of why we got together in the start, was because like he was really funny, and like our humor just connected really well. So it's like bad humor, but it's good. So, yeah.
Okay, and if you could say one thing to him right now, what would it be?
This is stressful. If I could only pick one thing.
Yeah.
Could it be like an action, or does it have to be a word?
Anything you want?
Okay, well, if he was watching it right now, like I would probably I don't know. There's like so many things that we do that I just can't like pick one. Like it has to fit the moment. Like the things I do, you know. Like probably ruffle his hair, like scruffle it, because he hates his hair being messed up.
That's what you do.
Yeah, right now.
Are you still together with your first love?
No.
Okay, and can you describe what they're like for me?
She was really sweet to me. She was a nice person, always nice to everyone else. And all. She was a great person, first of all. She had a great personality as well.
Mm. Nice. And what did you like about her?
What I like about her, she was really sweet to me. When I first met her, she treated me as a friend really fast. She was just really nice.
Okay, and what were you like together?
Some people say we were like really silly together and really good. We like motivate other people as well.
Okay. And if you could say one thing to her right now, what would you say?
Why? Why did she do this to me?
No.
Okay, can you describe them for me?
Like physical attributes or their personality?
I was just like any way you want.
Very like wild, as far as their actions go, but like chill for the most part. Sweet, outgoing, not too social, but gets along with anybody. She's smart in her own way. She's more like street smart. I don't want to say she's dumb. She's not dumb. She just not very intellectual, I guess. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Okay. What were y'all like together?
It was a really playful relationship. We never dated or anything, and so it was more like an intimate friendship, I guess. And we got along very well all the time. She's my best friend, and it was very childish because we were younger. Not childish in the sense of like our passion, but we were kids, and we did kid things, and we went out and had fun with people a lot of the time. We got along really well, and it wasn't very romantic. It wasn't like lovey-dovey, but we both knew very well that we were in love with each other. Yeah, there was a lot of passion. It just wasn't showed in romantic gestures, I guess.
What did you like about her?
She was very open to all things, like really open-minded, and she was kind of always get with the program. Like anytime I wanted to do something, no matter how wild or weird it was, she'd always be like, "Yeah, sure." And so we did a lot of stuff together, and I think I grew up a lot when I was with her. And I don't know, she's really sweet and friendly, and she's really, really understanding. And she never judged me. She never judged anybody, because she has a lot of flaws because of her life. And so she's very non-judgmental, and that's probably one of my favorite things about her. Yeah, she's accepting of me.
Okay. If you could say one thing to her right now, what would it be?
Probably that I'll always be here, and no matter where she is or what she needs or how far I am, I'd drop every single thing for her, and that she's still my best friend.
Are you still together with your first love?
No.
Okay, and can you describe what they're like?
Well, whenever we were together, he was like the perfect boy to me. Like, he was like everything that I wanted, and he was so cute and so sweet and like very like adventurous and stuff. And then now he's just like completely different than that. But yeah, he like seemed like he loved me so much, and like we were perfect for each other, and we always talked about like getting married and stuff. And yeah, he's like the perfect boy.
What were y'all like together? Like hanging out?
When we hung out in the beginning, it was really nice, and we would just talk, and he would talk about everything, and I would listen all the time. And we would just like, we were always just so close, like literally, like physically so close together. Like we never left, like I never left his side, and he never left my side. We were like always just doing like anything together, like the smallest, like stupidest things, like grocery shopping and stuff. Like he would just always want to be with me and like always ask me to like come over no matter what. Like he just wanted to see me.
What did you like about him?
He was like very, like he was like kind of protective, and he seemed like he loved me so much, and it was like such an overwhelming thing because I had never done anything or dated anybody before him, and so like the feeling of him actually being in love with me was so like happy and overwhelming, and like yeah, it was just so nice to like feel that. And yeah.
Okay. And if you could say one thing to him right now, what would you say?
Probably like, was any of that worth it? Like the girl that he's with now, like was it worth it for him to like leave me and stuff and like make me feel all of those things?
Okay. Are you currently still together with your first love?
No.
Okay, can you describe what they're like?
They're tall, same height as me. Fair white skin, brown eyes, dark hair. Big lip on the bottom. Works out a lot. That's about it.
What
Nice
y'all,
eyebrows.
What were y'all like together? Like, how were y'all together, in a sense, as a relationship?
What do you mean, like?
Like, what were y'all like together? What was it like?
When we hung out?
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. We went out to eat. We went out shopping. I took her Mount Bonell. Took her sightseeing. Almost took her to Vegas, but I couldn't. My parents won't let me. I took her everywhere. We were everywhere that I went. She went. I couldn't leave without being with her.
What was she like personality-wise? Like, what did you like about her?
I don't know. It's like everything.
And if you could say one thing to her right now, what would it be?
Love you. That's what I would say.
Yeah, still together with your first love.
We're not in like any kind of relationship whatsoever. We sometimes will like get together. That's pretty much the extent of it, and we'll like talk. That's it. And then sometimes we hate each other.
Can you describe them for me?
Amazing. He's so smart and stupid. But he taught me so much. He has this I don't know, this thing about him where it's like enchanting. I think it's not just me, but I think when people see him, there's like this kind of aura about him that just kind of drags people in, and I think he likes to have that. I think he knows that he has kind of some kind of power over people where he can kind of, I mean, I'm not saying he's manipulating people, but I think that he knows that he has this like thing about him that captivates others, and it worked on me. So what else? He's an asshole. But I enjoy it. We fought. He's so smart, and we like to play devil's advocate with each other. And because of that, we fought a lot, like all the time. But it was good. It was kind of like it's like the type of fighting where you enjoy it. Maybe that's just me. I don't know, but yeah, I guess that's it. I can think of right now.
Okay. If you could say one thing to him, what would it be?
I like really fucking hate you. But you know that's not true.
and I do this thing, and I probably shouldn't say this because it's now just not going to come true, but every 11/11 wish, I wish for you to be happy. So I hope you're happy.
Are you currently together with your first love?
No, we're actually not even on speaking terms at all, which hurts because not only like were we in love, but we were also best friends.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. He was such a big portion of my life, and not even speaking, even though it's been a while, it just hurts. So no, we're not speaking. We're not together.
Okay. And can you describe what they're like?
Selfless. The most genuine, caring person I've met in my entire life. It's always the people around him before himself. I feel like, especially the last couple years, like I've been so selfish, and he always balanced me out. Like I was selfish, he was selfless. Like I was hard-headed, he was carefree, and he always like showed me like the sides of everything that I was doing. So he really challenged me. The question was to describe him. Just amazing, a gift, truly a gift. Like I feel like for him it was either like you love completely and you pour yourself into the person, or you don't love at all. And like he put everything into our relationship, and I like feel blessed to have even known him, but to like experience being loved by him. I hope I can feel as loved by someone else again like I did with him.
And what did you like about him?
He was so creative, and I have zero creativity. What did I love about him? Truly everything. I'm a very family-oriented person. My family loved him. He felt like he was a part of the family. I loved his dogs. I like that he stayed with me through the most challenging parts of my life. Like, he's been with me through my brain surgery. He's been with me through, like, the worst depressions that I've ever been through. I'm sorry. And I lost so many friends at that time. And truly, he was the only person who stayed. And, like, I pushed him away so many times. And he was so consistent. And he was always there, like, when I didn't want him to be, and I'm so glad that he was. And I'm just so thankful for him.
Okay, and what were y'all like together? Like hanging out?
It felt really natural. Like, it felt like everything was right. I felt like I was always in the right place at the right time when we were together. Comfortable, but still not comfortable at the same time. Like, it felt new every time, but still like a sense of like warmth. It just felt right at the time.
Okay, and if you could say one thing to him right now, what would you say?
That I'm sorry. The lack of reciprocation on my half. I never reciprocated half of what I should have. I wasn't there for him like I should have been. I ended things many times when I shouldn't have. I'm sorry for everything I ever said wrong, and everything I didn't do right, and even everything I did do right, because it feels like I negated everything. I wish I would have been better to you, and I'm sorry. That's it.
Are you currently still together with your first love?
No, we're not together.
Okay, and can you describe them?
Okay. Really passionate and like kind of person that like finds something that they like love and I guess like pours everything into that. Really caring. Like introverted, like closed off at first, but really like I don't know, like deep. Like complex. I would say, yeah, complex. That's about it.
What were y'all like together?
How do you describe it? I mean, we ate a lot of food. We loved to eat. Like to make each other laugh a lot. A lot of me just embarrassing myself. But him too. I mean, we were ridiculous. But we could also get serious really quickly. Like, we could talk to each other about real things, and that was always really good.
What did you like about him?
It's like so weird. Whenever I first like started to like him, I thought he was like mysterious.
I like remember.
Yeah.
On the bus with you.
Yep. And I don't know, we have been around each other like our whole lives. Like we went to elementary school and everything together, and we just never really knew each other. But because of that, it made it feel like I kind of knew him already. Or, I don't know, just ever since I like saw him, I felt like I had to get to know him. Like I was supposed to talk to him and I was supposed to be in his life. Like whether it meant we were together in a relationship or just friends, I don't know. Yeah. And I felt like he had like, I don't know, I could tell that if I got to know him, I would be like blown away by like who he was. I don't know, that doesn't really articulate. Yeah.
Okay, and if you could tell him one thing right now, what would it be?
I would tell him that I'm sorry and that I love him very, very much and I always will, and that I'll always be here whenever he needs anything. And just that he's incredible and he can do anything he wants with his life and it's gonna be awesome. That's pretty much it.
Together with your first love.
Yes.
Okay, and can you describe what they're like?
My first love is she's someone that is always there, someone who I can always come home to. In a sense where, like, not that I would ever leave her intentionally, but like life happens and stuff, people excuse it with that. But distance is like impossible to avoid, like it happens all the time. But it's just, she's always in the back of my mind, and I just always know that she's there, and that whenever I'm in need, or even if I just want to, just whatever, she's always there, and I can always go back to her and feel like no time ever passed, because she's just always there.
Okay. What are y'all like together? Like hanging out or?
Together is, it's a lot of fun. Whenever I'm with her, we just have so much in common. We just talk about things, literally anything. We could talk about anything for the longest time. We talk about space a lot and the stars, and I don't know, everything is fascinating when I'm with her, because just seeing things the way that she sees them is just so interesting to me,
it could be something so stupid, like, I don't know, a math problem or something like that, and she could just be talking about it, and I would be so interested in it, because the way she talks about it and the way she's interested in it just gives it so much more meaning to me. And it's just, every time I'm with her, it's just, we literally don't have to be doing anything. We can be doing so much, doing nothing at all. And it's just always such a good time. It's guaranteed. And I just feel more myself when I'm with her.
Okay, and what do you like about her?
What I like about her is, this kind of goes back really, really far, but when I was in 8th grade, my grandpa, he was getting sick, and he was too sick to live on his own anymore. So he lived with us in my house. And for my birth party in 8th grade, I guess I was 14 or 15, I don't know which one it was. I think it was 14, I was turning 14, yeah. I had a bunch of friends come over, and my grandpa, he didn't like kids or whatever. He didn't want to deal with it, so we closed his doors, and he just stayed in his room, and all my friends were everywhere else. You could go anywhere in the house you wanted and just hang out, besides my grandpa's room, because he didn't want to deal with that. And we all got there, and everyone asked what's in that room. I was like, oh, it's my grandpa, he's just sleeping, it's fine, we just won't go in there. And she had asked me if she could meet him. And I kind of I couldn't tell if she was joking or not at first, but she was serious. And so I was like, yeah, okay. And so I knocked on his door, and we went in, and she met him, and it just made him so happy. It made him so happy that one of my friends that just somebody who had no reason to just go out of their way to see him or talk to him did.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I kind of knew that there was something different about her. And then since then, it's just been the way she just sees the good in people. She'll help anyone with anything. And she's just pure light. I don't know. She just always wants to help people. She's just a good person. When people ask me who a good person is, I think of her automatically.
Okay, and last question. If you could say one thing to her right now, what would you say?
I would just say, there's so many things.
Oh, I know.
Overall, I would just say thank you for just impacting me in such a great way. And I just never stopped caring for her, loving her. She's just always been there. And just thank you for just helping me become who I am.
For me, I'm not currently with my first love. If I could describe him, I don't even think I could. It would take so long. And I'm so bad at explaining things, so it was just I know this wouldn't be half as good as it is in my head. But he was so sweet, and he was so nice, and he's such a genuine person. I felt so honored to know who he was, and just I'd been friends with him, and it was just amazing. He knew me so well. He knew exactly what made me happy and what didn't. And just he didn't give me any reasons to hate him. And like I hated that. Like I literally hated that I couldn't hate him. And it was just like such an overwhelming feeling like that we shared together. And I don't know, he was just such a great person. I felt like I didn't even deserve to get to know somebody so great. It's really amazing. But yeah, if I could say one thing to him right now, I think I would say that I think about him every day. Something always reminds me of him. Little things that we would do, or just inside jokes, and I think about him all the time. And that he's very, very special to me. He could make me feel so special, and I would do the same thing back. And I just still feel that. And I miss him very much. And I think I will love him forever. And I think that's what I'd say.